Hello there, my name is Richard. The first time seeing my channel, I used to review cartoon series, anime series, or something, computer random, and today we're going to talk about the code broken of one of the books of Villainous. You don't know, the Villainous show, they've been so popular that a lot of them do books, not just one or two, actually multiple books. For right now, we only have two. The first one is the coloring book, and the coloring book has sort of a code, sort of secret ones, and some of you right now is thinking, wait, all coloring books have codes. Yes, but these codes are basically canon in the Villainous show. So yeah, it's a good idea to pick them up, but at the same time, sadly, they're only Mexican exclusive. So yeah, I can have it in my hand. But lucky for me, the fan base of Villainous show, they drop leaks, photos of the codes, especially the key of all codes, because you need the other book called Dementia's Diary. It basically shared between Dr. Flood and Dementia. That way you need to buy or look for it to actually crack the code of the coloring book version to understand what type of codes actually are. Lucky for us, people have hacked them, cracked them, and revealed them online. And today I'm going to reveal them, all of them. And yes, I'll probably make another video of Dementia's Diary because that book has so much information, so many confirmed theories, not confirmed theories, to understand the bigger world. For right now, I'm just talking about the codes. Now, the first code was sort of translated to Spanish to English, that I like playing games, especially the games that doesn't have rules. And that is sort of interesting because who wrote this and why they wrote it in this coloring book, and really a lot of questions. But there is another code that be broken called Ed, that we don't know is this is sort of a throwaway or something they have to think about, or character name that we not yet found in the show or the backstory or the lores of the show. Now the third code is sort of more interesting. That is, Black Cat have a strong eye on his minions, especially one, a talented one. That sort of says a lot because Black Cat doesn't really trust none of the three right-hand men, Dr. Flood, 505, and Dementia. And the one I think Black Cat sort of does not trust is Dr. Flood, because I'll give you a small peek in Dementia's book. He writes that he is interested what is Black Hat. Like, he was basically studying Black Hat behind his back. So that sort of phrasing that could mean that Dr. Flood could portray a Black Cat anytime soon, or probably never, because don't forget, Dr. Flood is a scientist. He is naturally curious, especially Black Cat. What is he? How he works? Especially in the Diary of Dementia, also states that he does document a lot of things of Black Cat, but not yet revealed. Once more, I'm not gonna talk about that much, just to give you what I'm trying to say here. Probably Dr. Flood could portray Black Cat, but we just don't know. All that the next code is about Golden Heart, and translated to do not trust Golden Heart. It's not what he seems. That you could easily read, yeah, duh. I mean, in the theories, the codes, backstory, and the lore of Villainous, they do point out something's off with Golden Heart, especially with Miss Seat, that the things she's doing reflects Golden Heart, what he does. So that's sort of now kind of confirmed that he is sort of a villainous person behind a hero status. Do what you think what that actually means to yourself, but do understand this very good, that I am translated to English to Spanish, that the Spanish version says it a little bit more different, but I think it's the best way to translate it. But it has a different complete meaning, that he's hiding something. There's another theory that is he actually is gay, because in the show the reveal he has sort of a gay flag and has a quote of the gay community that's love is love. It's like a small little theory, but nobody really believes it. Not really sure. That's something else. But once more, that's just a theory you can easily throw away. All of that to the next code. I have captured one member of Can You Dance on this book. See if you can find it. That right now, nobody understand what you mean you captured and stuck in a book, because not really find out anything in the comic book, or nothing really stands out, at least for right now, in other words. But all that, live it as you will, interpret it how you feel like it. Now the next code. Oh, you think Black Cat is the only one who can transport himself to different time periods of different universe? Ha! You think he's the only one. In fact, there's another one. Me. I just like to mess with Black Cat. And that's it. That's basically this code, that we don't know who this guy is or she is. We don't know how this person has that power, or he relates to Black Cat, or he could be his kin, could be multiple things. Because even that, the other book, Dimension's Diary, they do leak that it would be a different member of Black Cat before Dementia and Dr. Flood. So we don't know if it's part of his old crew or not. Still a lot of questions. But let's go continue on the next code, and the final code of Villainous comic book. And the longest, and this is long, so my translation to Spanish to English will be a little rough. Forgive me. But something interesting happens to the final code. It was sort of digital, and the digital version delete this final code in the last second, but someone got lucky to actually screen grab the image and allow us to translate. Now let's get started. The ones who give justice and dictate justice will stop the shadows. This first paragraph, people assume they probably talking about peace, something to do with them and trying to say justice, but completely failing because the villains will rise. Once more, my translation of the first paragraph is rough, but that's basically what it means, in other words. Now let's go to the second paragraph. 7 heroes will rise, but they'll be transformed to evil, with golden sheets and a golden pen tied together. That kind of phrasing, people assume there will be 2 people who could be main leads of turning evil, will be Golden Heart or Sunblast. The 2 characters that think they've probably transformed to be evil, my money is Golden Heart, but I could be wrong. Could be also Sunblast, or both will be wrong. I don't know. What you think? Tell me down below, let me know. Let's talk about the next paragraph. Here he comes, the one with no hugs, no warmth, the one who comes a different dimension, with no heart, with no soul. I think that means Black Cat is the one who basically come to the end of the world. I mean, that was sort of obvious. He also the most difficult one to translate to English, but you understand who you're actually talking about. Who else? Black Cat. Also, something I couldn't translate correctly in this paragraph, they also connected to the kind of theory end of the world of this universe, that Black Cat is the one who become the darkness, who basically eats the whole world. Help with someone. Gold, once more pointing to Golden Heart or Sunblast. Once more, read into it how you will. Anyway, let's go to the next paragraph. The world be extinct, the stars will fall, the shadow would eat. Will be a great battle in between the stars and the shadows. Then our door will open to finding and all. That is basically the sort of interpretation of the end world scenario that I was talking about the last paragraph. That basically everybody thinks, or at least the fan base thinks, that this was planned by Black Cat. He wanted the villains and the heroes to fight, so he allowed him to finally end it all. But once more, it's basically the interpretation of the fan base. Now let's talk about the final paragraph of this code. Be afraid of the moment. Be afraid of the darkness. Be afraid of the red blood moon. That is basically referencing of the red blood moon that affects Black Cat. We don't know how it affects. All Black Cat sort of plan things during the red moon to influence his power even more? We just don't know. But there will be leaks in information about the red blood moon because there was the mother poltergeist that something happened in the red moon. Another good moment will probably be the Little Red Riding Hood with the red blood moon. We don't know what happened to them. We just know they died during the red blood moon, but we don't know how. That's why it's so interesting, the red blood moon. So little information about this, but at the same time you can assume this is why people think the red blood moon is the time of getting closer of the end of the world. That's why I feel fascinated about this franchise, because they always sort of plays with you, but just enough to be satisfying. And to me, I just enjoyed this kind of code-breaking understanding or interpreting of all the sort of wordplay they give out to understand the bigger world. Now, I hope with this sort of satisfying you feel you'll be more open up in the universe. Tell me down below, let me know. I got really nothing else to say, just thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Bye.